Good afternoon, everyone. We're seeing the beautiful views of the Brooklyn Bridge right over here and the Manhattan Bridge right after it. Here at the Tin Building, which is in the South Street Seaport area. And today is going to be an Ask Me Anything philosophical chat. You can ask me literally anything you would like as we're sitting right down here in this beautiful area of New York City amongst all these new developments that has happened here on these very old ports. I actually have a special treat that I'm gonna eat as well. I have been craving a good chocolate cake. So I'm gonna try a chocolate cake called, I might be mispronouncing this, it's in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, brigadeiro. Brew. So welcome everyone, nice to see you. Feel free to literally ask me anything that you would like today. I haven't done a philosophical chat in the month of October. And then yesterday I was unable to do one, but I decided to pop on randomly so I can sit down, relax, and chat with all of you. Feel free to literally ask me anything as I eat a very good piece of chocolate cake from a cafe called Cafe Patoro, which is a Brazilian cafe in this area of Lower Manhattan. It's really good. It's one of my favorite cafes here in this area. Cafe Patoro, right here, the chocolate cake. Look at that. Ooh, with some Halloween style sprinkles. Hey, Justine. Justine says, cute sunnies. Thank you so much, Justine, for the compliment. Appreciate that. Thank you. Dear Derusu da Silva says, I can get you on rooftop of buildings. What do you say? I'm a contractor. Da Silva, that is amazing. Do reach out to me. Reach out to me on Instagram. I love that. Thank you so much. I've been meaning to show more rooftops in New York City buildings. It's hard to kind of get access to unless if you know people. So feel free to send me a message on Instagram, Urbanist Live. And as you already know, I do videos all around the world. Right now I'm in New York City, doing a lot of short videos. I'm working with New York City Go, and feel free to ask me anything. Sheldine says, looks delicious. It does look delicious. What type of chocolate do they use? Says Justine. I don't know, but it is, there's chocolate fudge, truffle chocolate here, and also like a chocolate frosting too. So it's like 3 types of chocolate. Oh my god, so soft and moist. That is really delicious. Oh wow. Shahmir asks, are you content? Yes, I'm quite content with life, with everything overall. Oleg says, Ukraine, hey Oleg, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm from Brazil, hit me up. I'll send the recipe. Said Ryosu. Hey, I'm so glad you're from Brazil. Do let me know how to pronounce the name of the cake. Brigadeiro? Brigadeiro? Do let me know. A. Paulson says, hello from Yaoundé, Cameroon. Wow, you're watching all the way from Cameroon. That's amazing. Hello, Daryl from Chicago, Illinois. Nice to see you here. I just made chocolate cake using olive oil. It's delicious. That's amazing. Maliki says, I just passed my college art in New York. That's amazing, Maliki. Round of hearts for Maliki. Is currently in school, watches these shows because he loves New York City content, New York City architecture, and architecture also from other parts of Europe. So thank you so much for tuning in, Malaki. I'm so glad to hear that. Bolo de brigadeiro. Brigadeiro. Thank you so much. Wet. Oh no. Wet, windy, and cool. Lewis says, my motto in life is for living. What is yours? My motto in life is do everything with the utmost love. Love as much as you can. I think that's the motto I like to live by, because you know it is important to really love everything you can do, and if you do anything less, it's not worth doing, in my opinion. Don't do just to do. Do it with the utmost love. All right, another bite. No, I did not do a philosophical chat last month because aside from being a little bit busy, and also aside from taking a little bit of a break from live streaming, because I've been live streaming a whole lot the past 2 years or so. But when it comes to these Ask Me Anything, okay. So the signal was going away for some reason. So as I was saying, aside from the reason I did not do a philosophical chat last month, and I did not do one yesterday, aside from being busy, I've been working with a few other companies, which is really cool. New York City Go, which is an awesome company that is the official tourism board of New York. I've been working with them. And then I've been meeting up with prospective sponsors for the live videos and short videos. And I've been on a frenzy of posting short videos, re-editing my older 1 to 3 minute videos and making them 1 minute or less, so I can post them on YouTube, because YouTube is still 1 minute maximum. So I've been doing a lot of that. But also, as I mentioned, I have no idea what to talk about with these Ask Me Anythings. You know, when I started Urbanist 60 years ago, I used to have like a really good idea of what I wanted to chat about when I would do a sit-down video like this, Ask Me Anything. But the past like few months, I literally have not much clue to talk about, because to be honest, I don't really do much thinking aside from thinking about urbanism, which is like architecture and design. Think about movies, but I don't do much thinking aside from that. So usually I have no idea what to even propose as the topic for Ask Me Anything. Let me know if you know what I mean. It's a little bit of a weird, specific conundrum for a content creator, especially one that makes long-form live videos. Sometimes you kind of just run out of things to say. Let me know. I assume people encounter this with friendships and romantic relationships. You kind of just sometimes don't want to talk about necessarily anything in particular. But of course that's acceptable when it comes to long-term relationships or a family or a friend. But when it comes to content, I'm not sure if it's acceptable. Let me know. Are you okay with me doing a live video where I sit down and literally have no idea what I want to talk about, but just show up? Hey, Josephine says, from Queens, I've been watching your videos. I love them all. Love the history you tell about them. Just went to Papaya this week because of the video. Oh, I'm so glad you did. Also knew this before they were closing. Yes. Hope your video brings more attention so they won't close. Crossing fingers, yeah. They used to be a big chain, but they started closing down many years ago. Adam, nice to see you here. Welcome to the live video. Paulson says, I have very slow connection this evening. Oh no, Paulson, that sucks. Will you travel to the Caribbean or South America at some point? Yes, I do want to go there. Hey, Yuri says, fit check. I'm wearing a shirt. Fit check, if people don't know, it means show you what you're wearing. I'm wearing a shirt from, I forgot the name of the Dutch company. I gotta remember these guys because they do make really good shirts and really great value. So I bought this at the Netherlands from a shirting company in the Netherlands. I'm wearing pants from Scotch and jeans from Scotch and Soda. I'm wearing leather waterproof Converses. The watch is a Bulova Lunar Test Pilot, limited edition, and I have a bracelet from Niance. Hey, Amanda says, great outfit. Nice to see you here. Thank you so much, Amanda. I appreciate that. I'm so glad you think the outfit is great. I've kind of been looking for more classic styles. I kind of am a little bit tired of wearing patterns anymore now, or printed patterns. I kind of want to go for more classics. Shamir says I should follow up the cake with coffee. Yep. Right over here. Have you considered doing Hey Go? What are you referring to, Lois? You let me know. Marianne, nice to see you here. Welcome. Have the re-edits been enjoyable or a pain? Almo, thank you so much for asking that. I appreciate that, Almo. They've been a joy. I've had a very complicated relationship with video editing because I don't like editing too much on my laptop. But about 2 years ago in 2020, TikTok came out and Adobe Premiere Rush, the app for editing, was very easy to use on the iPhone. And it was surprisingly sophisticated. And then just a few months after that, in early 2021, they added like a voiceover feature. And you can put music, you can put images, you can move the images. And I found a new love for editing since I can edit on my iPhone. Really deeply fell in love with editing on my iPhone. And because right before then, I kind of wanted to quit editing, video editing. I did not want to do any more video editing. I edited a documentary, that was long. That was quite time intensive, though great experience. But I didn't like editing vlogs. I still kind of don't like editing vlogs. I made like a Stonehenge vlog. It wasn't that engaging to me. But when it comes to short videos, something that's like 3 minutes or less, I can maybe go up to like 5 minutes. I love that format of just like quick storytelling and editing it. And one thing I procrastinated on from 2020 to about now, 2 months ago, to September 2022, was not making more 1 minute videos, because I blew up on TikTok because they extended the limit to 3 minutes. And now it's technically 10 minutes. But I did most of my short videos between 1 minute long and 3 minutes long. I love that format because I think between that 3 minutes is the sweet spot, in my opinion, and in my experience, and to my preference. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. Oh, you're watching. Hey, how's it going? What's your name? Aiden. Oh, nice to meet you, man. How's it going? Beautiful dog you have here. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for saying hello. I appreciate that. Let me show the... How long you been watching? Hey.
Yeah. A couple months.
Couple months. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, wonderful. Oh, thank you so much for saying hello. What's your favorite thing about what I've covered? Well, what's the favorite thing that you've seen recently that I've covered?
Your history, like on certain buildings and like the environment.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I like the shorts.
Oh, the shorts. Okay, that's exactly what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Nice to meet you.
Can we get a selfie?
Yeah, just jump over here. Yeah, let's do this down. There we go.
Thank you.
All right, awesome, man. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye. All right, round of hearts to Aiden. Thank you so much for saying hello. Beautiful dog he has. Fan of shorts. There we go. Hey, Susan says, I love the shirt. I remember you didn't like editing at all at one stage. Speaking of editing, how long did the fashion video take you to complete from start to finish? Says DS. So DS is asking me about my that was an adorable dog. Wow. Should have asked more information about the dog. Aiden was wearing a mask, so I couldn't really hear him too well. But beautiful dog. Wow. Very fluffy. He did not want to be pet, but he was eager to drink coffee. You didn't see it, but he was already starting to lick the coffee. Doreen, I'll let everyone know exactly where I'm at afterwards. But I'll show you the views. Gorgeous views. So so I have a fashion documentary. It's 45 minutes long. It's my longest video. Actually, not the longest video, the longest edited documentary I've ever made. Her name is Yuki. Hey, Brother Johnson. Brother Johnson is Aiden. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Yuki, the dog. That's amazing. So 45 minutes. It took me to about a month to edit it. I was very quick because sometimes editing even one television episode, which would be about 45 minutes, would take 2 or 3 months with the team. So I did it pretty quickly. And that's because I already have at that time I had 5 years of editing experience under my belt. Now I have 6. Thank you so much, Leah. So it took me about a month, hardcore, maybe a little bit longer. Actually, I might be exaggerating. About 2 months, hardcore editing. 2 months of hardcore editing to get it down. Oh, I had to replay the video over and over and over and over again. That's both the beauty and the downside of video editing, that you have to replay the video over and over and over again. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's rather tedious. But where I knew that my fashion documentary was good was I thought it wasn't that good when I was already starting to finish it. But then I showed it to my dad specifically. At that time, my dad wasn't really watching my content that hardcore. So he didn't know too much about exactly what I was doing. And he likes definitely different style of documentaries. His style, he loves more true crime, so fashion isn't his thing. But I remember showing it to him and he was like, wow. He was like, is this History Channel? Because to him it felt like History Channel quality. Then I saw the video in new eyes. I also showed it to my mom, I showed it to a few other people. And I saw it with new eyes. I was like, oh, I got something magical going on with this documentary. So it was a pleasure editing that documentary. But then I was hired by Rise New York. And Rise New York is the exhibition right by Times Square. And they hired me to do a 8-minute version of that 45-minute documentary. And that took me also 2 months. But the reason is I was working with a company and they wanted a lot of specific edits. So I was working with them more in depth. And I had to like film Tim Gunn and everything. What's the sunglasses? Jimmy Fairley. Jimmy Fairley. They're a company, I think, from Belgium. They're based in Belgium, France, and England. I bought these in Paris, but they're based in those 3 countries. You can order them and ship them to the US. But I'm gonna switch the glasses right now. Ooh, it's still bright. No, I can't do this. It's too bright. There's like a train passing through. It's a crazy glare. Nash says, you are talented, but stay grounded. Will do, Nash. Thank you so much, Nash. Yeah, you know, Nash, Nash brings up a interesting point. He says, you're talented, but stay grounded. And Nash, I think, offers a very good little tiny piece of advice. Because unfortunately, on YouTube and TikTok and other platforms, once someone grows very quickly, either 2 things happen. A, their quality increases. They become better. They end up increasing their team. They end up making better productions, more interesting productions. They end up making more interesting videos, interesting locations. Or 2, they get lazy and the videos kind of suffer because they just assume the videos are going to do well. And then those people either peter out, kind of just disappear, or they realize what they're doing and then kind of go the other direction and make great quality content again. So yeah, it's important to always continue to do the best work you can. Morgan, thank you so much for tuning in. Morgan celebrates 15 months of being a member. Oh, thank you so much, Morgan. Bob says, have you bought the winning tickets yet to the lottery? No. Diaz asked me, what do you think of Sadhguru? Sadhguru is a Indian spiritual teacher, probably one of the bigger ones in the world right now. He has 3 million YouTube subscribers, 10 million, 20 million, something like that crazy amount of Instagram followers, and 10 million or more on Facebook. Very big deal. I like him. I would say he gives a lot of advice that's good for beginners in their spiritual journey. But after a while, I think, as you become more spiritually learned, it's better to move on to other teachers. The reason for that is Sadhguru is very good at prescribing things. Just like, think of this, it's like on YouTube, there's a lot of YouTube teachers that say how to make a great YouTube video, how to grow your YouTube content. And a lot of those videos, especially the ones that focus on people just beginning, they tell you exactly what to do. Title the videos this way, do it this way, make your hook this way, say this, and that. Tag this, and that. They tell you exactly what to do. They give you a blueprint, in essence. they prescribe you a solution. However, you never get to true artistry or true excellence by just paying attention to those channels. So I would recommend, if you're a YouTuber, to not just get stuck at that level of paying attention to what is the prescription of the best things you can do. Because the best things in life come from the unknown, from going out there and exploring things that people haven't explored before. This applies to YouTube, and this applies to your personal life, and this applies to spirituality. Is to venture into the unknown, try something new, step out of your comfort zone. That can be very different from anyone. Some people stepping out of the comfort zone means jumping off an airplane and doing parachuting. That's not for me, for example. Some people it might be going to a dinner party. Some people it might be making a longer video, something like that. So it can literally mean anything, stepping out of your comfort zone. It's a very personal thing, but do step out of your comfort zone. So I would say, yeah, I love Sadhguru, but he's good for people who are currently getting used to their comfort zone. Flophead says, love the shades, love the content you're putting out. Thank you for what you're doing. My pleasure. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Become Human says, your favorite books to recommend? I have a lot. What type of books would you like me to recommend? Do let me know, Becoming Human. Susie says, what's your plans for the rest of the day? I just want to relax. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to plan anything. And I think that's okay. That's okay. You don't need to plan anything. Panajota says, it would be cool if you made story videos from your live streams like you posted lately. Yeah, Panajota, thank you so much for tuning in. You would like more, because I already did one. That Mafia video was a re-edit of a live stream. The live stream was 2 hours. I made it into a nice, concise 18 minutes with the help of Maria Elpida, who edited it. And she was really great at editing. She did a really great job. Where in New York can you get a good culinary course? Asks Ricardo. You know, I don't know for sure. I've only taken one culinary course in my life. It was just a class on cocktail making. So it wasn't even culinary. It wasn't even food. It was cocktails. But I did one course. And one day. It was awesome. It was for the Institute of Culinary Education, ICE, Institute of Culinary Education. They are based here in New York City, and they have classes all the time, both long classes where you can sign up for a few weeks at a time, or just one-off classes, like that cocktail making class. It was really, really great class. I did enjoy it. Susie Palau says they're filming a new series of Walking Dead in New York City. Oh, that's amazing. Becoming Human says, I want book recommendations on self-help, food, sense of dressing. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of topics. Becoming Human. Sense of dressing, try Dressing Like the Man by Alan Flusser. It's probably one of the better books on the very basics of menswear. when it comes to self-help, there's a lot of books out there. Something that I'm reading right now, really loving, is Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins. But if you want something a little bit more of a lighter read, because that one's not so light, I would recommend The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's not necessarily a self-help book, but it is a novel that is really, it teaches you a lot about life. Are you reading the group messages while chatting with us, says Susie? I'm not sure. I don't know about the group messages. You look so good with the beard, says Cynthia. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I've been debating whether I should shave it or not. Let me know what you think. Should the beard stay or should it go? Oh, it's so good. Nash says that is a good beard. Kathy says it's sexy. Thank you so much. Cynthia says stay. No shave November. Shorter is better, says Almo. Yeah. Some people do prefer the short rather than the long. Beard should stay, says Kay. Let's switch up perspectives. Let me know. Do you guys want me to stick around for a little bit longer? Let me know. Shave it. Don't hide that sexy face, says Rob. Keep the beard for a while. Maybe just for winter time. It's appropriate maybe for winter. Let me know if you want me to change perspectives right over here. Literally switching the side I'm sitting on. There we go. Short or go, but handsome either way. Oh, thank you so much, Judy. I appreciate that. Hey. Oh, wow. That is a great question. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for the super chat, Minimal Encourager, first of all. But second, wow. Thank you so much, everyone. Round of hearts for Minimal, for being so honest. Because obviously, I make New York City content. And obviously, I am a New Yorker. I say obviously, but if you've been watching my videos, yes, I am a New Yorker. And that is very honest of you to be that forthright. So thank you so much. So Minimal says, help me. I hate New York City. I figure I must only hate my corner of it. How can I explore different social groups and find my niche? I'm an artist right now in financial circles. Oh, yeah, you're in finance. Okay, that's why. Yeah, finance could be rather stultifying when it comes to creativity or artistry. Yeah, you know, it's a bit tough, I would say, to on a whim explore different social circles. I think I'm not the biggest socializer, but I would say you would increase your chances, A, by going to more artsier events. So since you're in the finance world, you probably have, I'm not sure, but have you gone to like a gallery opening? Go to a gallery opening. You can find, just search gallery openings New York. May go with a friend or something like that that is more inclined to the arts. I would say go eat at a restaurant that is not in Lower Manhattan. go to Jackson Heights, Queens. Go to deep in Brooklyn, like Bensonhurst or something like that. Go somewhere that you're not used to. Step out of your comfort zone when it comes to eating. And if you don't have company, go on your own. It's fun to just go on your own. And then beyond that, I would say it's a good way to meet others. Let us know in the comments. What's a good way to meet others? Jake Crosby says, damn, you're a sexy man. All right, thank you so much. Josephine says, Do you a video that may be your least favorite? I've done a lot of videos. I've done more than 2,500 videos, or more, 3,000 videos. On YouTube, it's above 1,000. I have one video I deleted long time ago when I was starting, and this was on Facebook. And it was because the tour guide that we collaborated with, I won't mention the person's name, did not tell me or the other content creators I was hanging out with that he was camera shy. He did not tell us. So when the cameras rolled and I was live, he froze and couldn't speak. Not just wasn't quiet, he just literally could not speak. And he's a professional tour guide, which I don't think is an excuse. I think if you're a tour guide, I think it comes with the territory. You gotta be able to speak. You gotta be able to give a tour under different circumstances, including when the cameras are on. It's understandable that it might be awkward, but that's not good. That's not good for a tour guide. So I would say that was probably one of the worst live videos I've done that I had to delete immediately after. Like, I finished the live video, I deleted it. I did not want that to be on my record. Yeah, basically that was one. There's a few others that were not so interesting or pleasant to do, but generally that was one of the more awkward ones. If you can afford health clubs like Equinox, have social events outside the gym, says ABX. Yeah, ABX, that's a great pro tip. Thank you so much. But yes, do practice extra caution because sometimes they're the same social circles. Marianne says, are these prescription sunglasses? They are indeed prescription sunglasses. And these are prescription glasses. My daughter met some very nice people that way, says Caroline. Oh, that's good to hear. A. Vanajota says, I entered the financial sector while purely loving computer programming, trying to form a community around something you love and try to go to events you love. Yeah, great suggestion, Panajotas. Yeah, you could try meetup.com. I don't have too much personal experience with it, but you can try it. There's Facebook groups out there. Just try to find one that's maybe relevant to you. And step out of your comfort zone. Go to events that you would never go to generally. As I mentioned, art gallery opening, a vintage train ride like what I did. You never know who you meet on these adventures. Brother Johnson says, do you have a Discord? No, I do not have a Discord, but there is a Facebook group. Urbanist of the World Facebook group. Who have been the best guest stars that have had on your live stream, says Gary. Gary, of course, you and Susie, since you're asking. No, you two were amazing guests. Thank you so much for sharing your hospitality in Edinburgh. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Aside from Gary and Susie, who were amazing guest stars on my 2 live videos, I would say Kay was amazing as well. I've met many wonderful urbanists, but it was a wonderful experience having dinner and being hosted by Kay in Ireland, Kilkenny. So watch those live videos, check them out. You can watch the replays on YouTube, search Urbanist Kilkenny Food, or Urbanist Kilkenny Kitchen, and you'll find Kay there. Aside from urbanists, people who are viewers of the show, which there are many that I've collaborated with, when it comes to professionals, I think one of the better tour guides I've ever encountered was at the Churchill War Rooms. So in London, Winston Churchill used bunkers under London, and those bunkers are viewable to the public. I posted a series of short videos and a bonus long video for Super Urbanist of the war rooms. The two volunteers that they had were so charming, and they had so many stories, and they genuinely love history. And it was interesting because one of them was an older gentleman and the other one was a very young woman, probably in their early to mid-20s. So it was awesome seeing these two people who you would assume would have very different interests, but they both really loved history, and that was really cool to feature them. Becoming Human recommends me using curd instead of shaving cream. That is a very interesting recommendation. Hey Mika, nice to see you here. Welcome. I've been out of New York City for 3 years. Is the E-train still? Is the stench of the E-train still here? Not so much. It's a bit better, the E-train. A bit. Later at night, maybe not so much. So Nestor is unfortunately referring to the E-train in New York City subway system. That is one of the trains where most homeless camp out in. And it is a bit of a shame. So late at night you'll see more. It's probably one of the worst trains to take late at night. I would say late at night, I mean after 12 a.m., after midnight. Yeah, it's sometimes not so pleasant. And it's not pleasant because of the smell is very strong. Sometimes the people who camp in the trains are mentally ill. They do need help, and the subway is not the place for someone to live. So those people do need help, and some of them unfortunately have been violent. Some of them are a public nuisance. It is the case. So it does suck, yes. E-train's probably one of the worst ones. I don't think any other train's really that bad as an E. Have a wee go on the cherry pickers behind you to get a great view. Yeah, I would love to get one of those. That sounds awesome. Judy says, I have to rewatch later. Oh, Judy, thank you so much for tuning in. In your opinion, other than Manhattan, which borough is the fastest evolving? Brooklyn, but I have a hunch that Queens will overtake Brooklyn. I would say by 2035 or so, Queens may very well be the new downtown Manhattan, the new Midtown Manhattan, I mean. It might be as dense, it might be even higher than Midtown Manhattan. I think that will be the case. Why? Historically, New York has built massive development over train yards. This happened with Midtown, currently, Midtown East. Those are still train tracks. They used to be train yards. They decked over almost the entire area of Midtown East today. And since they did that in the early 1900s, land values were very low, and it was serviceable by public transportation and the connection to outside New York City with the railroad. And it sold like hotcakes, real estate. So they started building crazy. This has happened in the past 15 years with Hudson Yards. Same thing. Train yards being decked over, massive development. Which is the other big train yards that is even more centrally located potentially for New York City? Sunnyside. I think that is the biggest contender for massive, gigantic development on a scale that we haven't seen since Hudson Yards. I think it has the perfect set of conditions. It's has a connection to Long Island. It might be a very good connection for the Amtrak, because there's been proposals to make the new Midtown, there's been proposals to make the new transit hub of New York right in Sunnyside, as opposed to Penn Station. Because Penn Station and Grand Central are still separated. It's still a hassle to develop them and make them closer together. So there's been a proposal to unite all the transit connections in Sunnyside. Amtrak, Long Island Railroad, Metro North, New Jersey Transit, potentially even the PATH, and the New York City subway, all at once. If that ends up coming to fruition, which New York City has to do, there is not going to be much of an option to not do so. Why? Because Manhattan is too packed and it's too expensive. And New York City is literally seizing growth. It's seizing growth by not having a better train hub. They're trying to do that with Penn Station. It might not be as effective. So New York City will most likely find itself in the position where they have to do something big and something quick. Otherwise, they're going to lose out on massive business, especially with the rise of China and the rise of Singapore and even European cities like parts of London. We might lose on that business. Or the rise of Miami here in the US, or Texas. So New York City has to do something. So I think that will happen. And when that does happen, plans go through, there's going to be a lot of high-rise development, potentially even massive skyscrapers. And Sunnyside will become the new Midtown. Mark my words. You can save this video, come back to me in 10 years. I hope they build high-speed rail. They have to. Another reason why Sunnyside would be a great train hub is because they could build the actual high-speed rail much more efficient that would pass rather through Manhattan, which would be nearly impossible. It'd just be very expensive, actually. It's much more efficient if the high-speed rail that connects Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston, and potentially more, maybe to Chicago too, would be through Sunnyside as opposed to through Manhattan. A, there's a lot more opportunity to build more train infrastructure. B, you're actually closer to Boston. Rather than going through Manhattan, you're going up through Queens into Long Island, through a tunnel that goes through Connecticut directly to Boston. I'm trying to make a video on this. I'm not sure how. I'll find a way to make a video on this. Justine says, Justine is making her own prediction. Justine says Ariel will be a giant developer in New York in 10 years. Justine, I'll tell you this. Two things were very common for me as a little kid. A, I wanted to make movies. And B, I love building cities. I played SimCity. I played Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is not about building cities, but it's still building. I played Sim Golf. I played Railroad Tycoon. I love anything about building. And then I used to have Legos, and you would use Jengas and Lincoln Logs and anything I could get my hands on to build cities. And I'm not sure where that would lead me. And I dream, even more than dreaming about filmmaking, I dream about cities. I dream about new developments. I dream about skyscrapers and new trains and new buses. I literally have a recurring dream over and over about that. So let me know, what do you think about that? Kay Lorraine sent 500 stars. Thank you so much. You could do a collab with B1M on this. That would be epic. That would be epic. That would be really epic. B1M is not so much into speculation. They talk about real projects. Unfortunately, this is just proposals, so it's not a real project yet. And I want to go into speculation so I can feature them in my video. Have you received your YouTube plaque yet? No, not yet. Oh no, but I would love to. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. But I would love to. So yeah, I crossed 100K on YouTube. You get a plaque, a huge silver plaque, and not yet. Soon. I already signed up to get it. Nash says, I can see you as a major developer in the future. Oh, thank you. I mean, once I have the budget, I would love to start buying in Sunnyside. I would just buy a lot in Sunnyside. That's one bet I'm willing to wager on. It's such a pleasure to watch high quality videos and live streams, says Roy. You will be million plus subscribers soon. Oh, thank you so much, Roy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Roy, for the $5 super chat. Ultimately, it's not about the numbers. I love making videos. I love telling people stories. But I would love to reach more people. So that means a lot. And the reason I want to reach more people is because I think the world needs a bit more joyful stories about history, and also topics about urbanism and architecture that make you think big, make you dream, make you speculate. Because unfortunately, there's not that many big dreamers anymore in terms of cities and architecture as we used to have. People are thinking very small, which is good, but I want big projects. And sometimes people are a little bit afraid of dreaming up things. And I've noticed that with even YouTube, when it comes to the topic of urbanism and architecture. There's only 2 or 3 channels that really cover mega projects or dream projects. Most of the good ones won't go into that territory because it's speculation. It's not something tangible, and people kind of get caught up in just always sticking with what is tangible, sticking with what is. But I like dreaming, and I love making videos that help people dream. Will you ever talk about San Francisco? I'm a bit hesitant going to San Francisco. I heard the homeless problem is very bad, and that could be unpleasant walking around, worse than New York City. So I'm a bit hesitant to go, but I would love to go. I know there's a lot of cool history in San Francisco. Bring out a coffee table book on architecture of the future. Ooh. Wow. Justine is making a great comment. Thank you so much, Justine. Hey, Andre says, new subscriber here. Love your trivia short videos. Any chance of doing one on secret bars and clubs? I actually just bought a book on the best secret bars, restaurants, and rooftop bars in New York City. So maybe. I kind of don't want to do too many more food videos. I love doing food on live video, but not so much in shorts. Unless if I'm working with the amazing G Gatto. Check her out. She's helping me film and edit them. So I like doing that. But food will not be a focus on mine, but I would love to show you more cool places. So I'll find those cool, especially if they have cool history or just an epic view. I'll find those cool restaurants. I gotta go. Yeah, I got. There's a few really old school restaurants in New York City that have cool history. I just gotta afford them because some of them are very expensive. There's like one called the Carlisle that has this amazing mural, but it's like $50 per plate. Can you make an in-depth video about Forest Park in Queens? This is Magna. Maybe. Let me know. What do you like about Forest Park, Magna? I like Forest Hills. I've done long live streams, tours of Forest Hills. I've covered the in-depth history of Forest Hills, which is really cool. Maybe I'll make it into short content. That might be a good short video to do. Have you done a special with Tom's Diner? No, the interior does not look like from Seinfeld. So Keenan, thank you so much for tuning in. Keenan is referring to Tom's Diner, which is the diner from Seinfeld. The exterior was shot there, but the interior was a Hollywood set. Or was it filmed in New York City? It was a set, nonetheless. So the interior is not actual Seinfeld. But maybe I'll do a video on it nonetheless so you can actually see it in the inside. I don't think there is a video on it. Maybe Tom Delgado has done one. I'm not sure. Maybe my friend here in NY, John Freya, has done one. Oh, Magna says it's just a big forest in Queens. Great Escape. Okay, thank you so much. I'll look into it. Ooh, it's starting to get chilly. Love cool places, says Lorraine. I'm so glad you do, Lorraine. I appreciate you. Yep, SF is bad. Just don't dress like a clown. You'll do okay, says Kasparov. Okay, Kasparov. Thank you so much. Speaking of buildings, that skyscraper on 5th Avenue, I would never live in. Too skinny, says Doreen. Yeah. Some skyscrapers are too skinny. Tomorrow's the New York City Marathon. It is. It is. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Put on your notifications for tomorrow. Undecided left a super chat. Hey, let me see what Undecided said. Oh, no worries. Let me move. Yeah, no worries. Sorry about that. Yeah, you got it. I'll move for a little bit. I miss going to the Blue Note, seeing Dave Valentine. Oh, wow. Dave Valentine, one of the most famous flautists in history. Yeah, Blue Note. I haven't ever been, to be honest. I gotta go check out the Blue Note one time. It's one of the most famous jazz clubs in New York City. Went to the World's Fair in 1964, says Gene. Hey, Gene. Thank you so much for tuning into the live video. Being a tourist, should you be afraid of the police, says Abdul. No. Overall, the police all around America are here to protect. Of course, the issue is complicated, but generally, there are many good police officers out there. The institution in of itself is there to protect. So it isn't like some other countries where that is not the prerogative for law enforcement to protect. It is here. Yes, there has been very bad press and very tricky cases and sometimes outright heinous exertions of authority. That is certainly the case. But I would recommend as a tourist to be at ease, and if you ever run into an issue here in New York City or any major tourist hub in the US, yes, do go to a police. Do go to police officers. you can trust them overall. The views here are amazing. Let me show it to you. It's comforting to see more police in the subway now, says Susie. Yes, that is comforting, yes. And here in New York City, we have a very diverse law enforcement. So they truly do represent the community overall of New York. So look at this. Wow. Look at the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Cynthia says, thank you so much for the answer. Look at that beautiful moon. I'll face the camera here. Let me chat as you enjoy the views a little bit more. Reaper says, excuse me, sorry. Reaper says, in SF, just stay in the tourist areas. Yeah. Becoming Human is letting us know about the Germans making aliens during World War II. That is an interesting perspective. Nash says, Urbanist, you look like a good actor. Are you training for the marathon, says Susie. I am not, unfortunately, Susie. I am not. But my friend Kiara of New York City for All is. So I probably will do a live video to show her progress. Stay tuned. Undecided, thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate you. Keenan says, it's still a great place to eat pound cake. Ooh, Keenan, thank you so much for a recommendation. Oh, today's the 5th of November. Oh, wow. That's amazing. The Reaper says, thank you so much for the content. Doreen says, are you covering the marathon? Yes. I'll let everyone know the time. Stay tuned. Evelyn says, hello Evelyn, ¿cómo estás todo? Estoy muy bien. Me alegre que lo mucho ha crecido este canal. Te lo mereces mucho porque has trabajado en él. Ojalá siga yendo increíble como está ahora. So I really love your progress on this channel. It's amazing to see your progress. I hope it continues growing. Muchas gracias, Evelyn. Lo agradezco. Sí, increíblemente un privilegio crecer el canal tanto y tener una audiencia bien grande. Eso sí, estoy bien. No sé cómo se dice, pero tengo mucho honor. I'm not sure how to say I'm honored in Spanish, pero me siento bien agradecido que tengo esta audiencia. So, gracias y lo agradezco tú viendo este show. So thank you so much. I'm very honored to have such a big audience and privileged as well. It is a privilege. It is a privilege that one has to continue to hold up to, continue to earn, because it is not just given and doesn't just stay. So I'm very, very happy that I have that privilege and that honor to have such a large audience. Dia says, I speak Spanglish. Yeah, I do. So there's some words I don't use very often in Spanish because I don't speak Spanish that often. So I'm not sometimes well versed on everything. Me siento honrado. JV, I'm not sure if that's right. But someone said orgulloso. Sí, orgulloso is a good one. But orgulloso also means pride. So this is a bit tricky because in English, honor, not necessarily pride. Okay, for your next coffee, thank you so much. I might get a Negroni, actually. Negroni. Dia says, you speak Spanglish. I do indeed. Who is your favorite Hollywood actor? It says, Becoming Human. I think right now the actor that I really love the most is Timothée Chalamet. He's amazing. That man is super talented. I would love to work with him. I would love to direct a movie where he's in it. Kumail Nanjiani, I love that actor. He's amazing. He's funny, and he's very charming. I love him in The Eternals. I can't wait to see that new show that he's in. And I love the other video, the first movie that he did and co-wrote, which was, I forgot the name, Being Sick? I forgot the name, but it's a great movie about his real life story of how he met his wife. And then in terms of older actors, in terms of female actors, I really love, I kind of miss Naomi Watts. She's not in that many movies anymore, but I love Naomi Watts. Kay said, I had a Negroni, but I had a Negroni Spagliato, as opposed to a, with gin. So yeah, you can have a Negroni Spagliato, which is with Prosecco rather than gin. So it's a bit smoother. Just Kay says, do you still do private walking tours? No, not at the moment. Not at the moment. Trisha says, wow, 164 subs already? Yes. All right, let us know who's your favorite actor. Let me know if you want to join me inside the Tin Building. Susie says, I love Naomi Watts and King Kong. King Kong is one of my favorite movies. It is highly underrated. I'm not sure why the movie's not more famous, but if you want to see a great New York City movie, watch King Kong. King Kong is amazing. The modern day version, directed by Peter Jackson. All right, let me know if you want to join me inside the Tin Building here. Potentially see if there's a drink to be had. Oh my God, but first, look at this view. Dolly says, I'll join you for a cocktail. Oh, thank you so much. Look at it. Wow. Oh my God. JV, treat though, please. I ran out of money. Oh no, JV. ¿Qué tal el clima aquí en otoño? Ya, bienvenido. Si está y quiere preguntar cualquier cosa en español, puede preguntar también. Soy fluente en español. El clima está hoy bastante caluroso. Estaba a 74 grados Fahrenheit. So se sentía bastante caluroso. No necesitaba ni suéter. Ahora se está poniendo poco frío. So it was 74 degrees Fahrenheit today. You need a sweater. So this is the new Tin Building by Jean-Georges. Right here. This is the newest attraction to join New York City. The Tin Building. Doreen says, is this South Street Seaport? It is. Yep. This is South Street Seaport. Roy says, I love this view. I'm so glad you do, Roy. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Roy, thank you so much for being a great moderator as well. So here it is. Susie says, is this where the Tacky Mall used to be? Adjacent to it. So no, this wasn't the exact building, but yes, adjacent to it. Susie says, is it made out of tin? So no, it's not made out of tin. I assume maybe tin is made used in some materials, but no. It's I think is where they produce tin. But don't quote me on that. I gotta look into the history. I don't know the history 100%. Wow, so beautiful. Look at that. Jan dice, ¿el vessel se abrió? Did the vessel open? No, el vessel está todavía cerrado. Yo no creo que va a abrir. So the vessel's still closed. I don't think it will open. Because of, unfortunately, a lot of people who passed.
Weekend.
Let's go to the pastry section. Let's see. What pastries are over here? Sorry. Wow, this is very beautiful. I'm surprised how gorgeous they made this look like. Ooh.
Oh, we gotta get together. I feel like, are we crawling yet?
Susie says, get a pie. Ooh, I might get a bread. Ooh, there's a cafe too. That's nice. They're using La Colombe. That's cool. La Colombe is a coffee brand from Philadelphia. One of my favorites. You'll find them all around the Northeast here in the U.S. Really, really great company. Actually, they are fully La Colombe. That is amazing. So their cold brew would be nice, at least. I gotta try their actual coffee, but their cold brew would be nice. Double yolk. Ooh, look at this. You can do egg sandwiches here. That is amazing. Wow. That's so cool. All right, let's go upstairs. Oh, is this tin? Yep. We found some tin in the tin building. David, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Ooh, is this the bathrooms? I'm a little bit bummed. Hey, David, he says, $2, vato. Huh? Gracias. All right, let's go. It's nice.
Go to the bathroom and then go to work.
Bad connection here. Bad service upstairs. unfortunately. Stunning, 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 stunning. Hey, Mater, welcome. Everyone, give a round of hearts to Mater right now. Mater has been a dear viewer along with his wife Rayanette for years, since the very beginning when I started Urbanist. They have also been very loyal mega urbanists. And Mater, M8R, he's from Texas. He's been going through a little bit of a challenge right now, health-wise. So Mater, I hope you feel better. Everyone, a round of hearts to Mater. Hopefully he feels better. Send him your healing vibes. And he's actually one of the guys who inspired the postcard club for mega urbanists. So thank you also, Mater, for doing that. You've done so much for the community. Thank you so much, Mater. Hope you feel better. Round of hearts to M8R, Mater. So in terms of having a drink, American drinking culture generally is very packed. Usually there's a lot of music and you have to sit at the bar, which is not the most comfortable thing to do on video. So that's what I miss about Europe, is how easy it was to just kind of grab a drink and sit down at that table. You know, you can do that in English pubs or pubs all around the UK and Ireland. And then in France, it would be at the cafes. In Italy, it would just be you can grab a spritz at any type of bar or even a cafe. I used to love that, but here, unfortunately, I have to kind of sit in a cramped bar next to a lot of people, which is nice in certain ways, but also, I don't know, I like the relaxed vibe. Let me know, what do you prefer, ladies and gentlemen? Do you like more European style drinking culture or more American style drinking culture? Speaking of which, Paris Cafe, 1873. I love that. Wow. It's gonna be a jazz band. Oh, that's cool. Susie says loud bars with strangers? No. Wow, this is a great photo. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, I gotta take a photo of this afterwards. Doreen says, just think after tomorrow, it'll be already dark at this time. Oh yeah, daylight savings time. Why? Why must daylight savings time be a thing in New York City? It's terrible. Terrible, I tell you. The railway is painted a nice lilac. Susie, if only it was a railway. Yeah, it is painted a nice lilac. But no, it's not a railway. It is a highway. for cars. I wish they would convert the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Drive, which runs north-south in Manhattan, into a rail system. Oh, how amazing that would be. Like a tram system with a bike path. Oh. But no, fortunately, it's just for plain old cars. Not really pleasant to be around. There's a lot of new restaurants here now as well, which is cool. Trisha says, I went to Central Park today. The fall foliage is gorgeous. Oh, I'm so glad you did. That is amazing. Oh yeah, I'm tempted to go myself. Mater says, European for sure. I love how they do it with class. Mika says, I love European style. Mater says, I'm going back home tomorrow. Oh, that's good to hear, Mater. I'm glad you're heading back home. That's good to hear. Glad you healed up well. Justine says, I love this spot. So pretty. Yeah, I mean, this is South Street Seaport is gorgeous, for sure. And very pretty. It's a historic area. A lot of these buildings are from early 1800s. And not early 1800s, no, so about mid 1800s, 1840, around there, 1850. And in New York City is among the oldest places you can visit. Lainey says, it reminds me of England. Yeah. Except these are all apartments, and very expensive apartments too. Kirby says, would this be the original area of New York? Yeah, if you want to see New York, old New York, this is the place to come in Lower Manhattan. Yeah. Here's the cafe where I bought the chocolate cake. They're already closed at this point, but they are really good. Highly recommend them. They also get their coffee from La Colombe. Gorgeous. Jay says cafe potato, not quite potato, potaro. almost.
I think it's like style helmet. Like 3 miles. I want like 3 miles.
Hey, Max says, wonderful, so many old style buildings exist. Yeah, it is gorgeous that old style buildings exist here. This is where the old fish market used to be, right here. Now it's an event space, galleries as well.
All right, the two of us. They won most. These two? Oh my God. You've never seen them? No, never.
Susie says, I cannot believe people are sitting outside and it's November. So right now it's about 69 degrees Fahrenheit, if anyone could do the conversion to Celsius. But it is significantly warm. Now I need a light sweater because the temperatures are dipping slightly. But yeah, during the day you did not need a sweater. It was regular shirt weather. Beautiful. Wow. Oh, I love New York City. New York City is great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know. Do you guys want a live stream schedule once again? Whew. No, it's getting cold. Gotta head back home soon. But let me know. Do you want a live stream schedule again of New York City while I'm here? I'll be here so I can show you Christmas as well in New York. Potentially maybe places nearby New York as well. But let me know if you want to tune in again. Regular schedule. Once or twice a week. Dolly votes yes. Kay says yes, please. It's been a while. Last schedule that we had was in Europe for nearly 4 months. It will look up better in Christmas season coming up, says Mater. Yeah, that's true. Reaper says yes. Pipemaster says yes. Veronique says yes, I love these vlogs. Mika says yes, please. Doreen says yes, please do it and make it 40 degrees, says Susie. I'll do my best to control the weather. That is a bit tough to do. I still haven't learned the power of weather bending. But I'll do my best. Do my best. Aren't you cold, says Veronique? Now I'm getting cold. But it's not terrible. But yes, I'm feeling slightly nippy. It's Guy Fawkes today. Yeah, it is Guy Fawkes today. I'm tempted to see V for Vendetta, just for fun. All 4 seasons in one day, says Lynn. Yeah. Harry says, I want to be there. Stone Street has an amazing history. Michael says, you're awesome, my friend. Michael, I appreciate you tuning in. All right, everyone, stay tuned. I will announce a schedule soon, at least through New Year's, so you can see beautiful New York during the winter time before I go off to new adventures. So stay tuned. I'll announce that soon, and I'll probably show the New York City Marathon tomorrow. Otherwise, watch my short videos. I am posting a lot of older ones on YouTube that are re-edited. So if you want even smaller bite-sized videos, go on YouTube, Urbanist Exploring Cities, which you're tuning into right now. Watch the shorts. I'm also posting new ones, so stay tuned with that. They're mixed in. And check out my documentary on fashion if you haven't seen it. I posted it 2 years ago, but search Urbanist Fashion so you can see a cool documentary about the New York City history of fashion. I'm very tempted to do another documentary soon. And also check out the Mafia video that I did, Mafia Tour. 17 minutes long, 18 minutes long. You can see the history of the Mafia in Little Italy. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you so much for having an amazing conversation with great questions. Keep being awesome. And always keep on exploring. Have a great day. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.